Nikola, what does it mean to you to be selected as an All-Star and to be the first All-Star for the Denver Nuggets franchise since Carmelo Anthony?
I think it's a like good thing for organization. Of course, good thing for me. It's really honor to represent myself, my family, my hometown, like country. There, I think it's a really big deal to be there. Just to having your having your name there is, I think it's really good. Around all those guys, I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I mean, hopefully we're gonna win.
What what one thing do you want to do when you get to Charlotte? When you're in the locker room with your fellow All-Stars, what who do
I
you want to see? Who do you want to speak to? What kind of things do you
I,
want to
I
do?
just want to have fun. I mean that's why we're doing this. I think. I mean, just to, and to show, to put on the show for the people who comes there. So if they maybe they got like a lot of dunking, especially me. I mean, and I mean just to put the show for the fans.
An amazing journey when I think about, from Serbia to America, Denver, second round pick. What was your welcome to the NBA moment when you're along this journey that you've traveled where you said, wow, I'm in the league and I'm doing well? Was there a time where you really reflected on, I've kind of made it here?
I mean, it was like really kind of. It's not was long journey. It's like 3-4 years, but it's like even in Serbia, every moment that happened to me, it was like a step forward. I was MVP of the league. Then I went to national team. So it's kind of everything was like step by step by step. And then first I get to the Nike Hoop Summit. That's where the people start. Where the Denver Nuggets saw me. So it's kind of everything like was going slowly and everything was going uphill. So for me, so. And when I came here, of course, I mean, I'm gonna always remember when my first practice, when was JJ and Kenneth was like JJ Hickson and Kenneth were dunking all over the place. I mean, I cannot do that. What I'm doing here? So, I mean, but and then I had a couple good games. I think the game against San Antonio, in my first year or second year, when I had like 20 something points, I said, I think I can be in this league, like playing. So.
Nice. What kind of, go ahead. We were talking about your brothers a little bit. What kind of influence did they have on you growing up and helping you get to this point in your career?
Yeah, we were really connected. Even when I was really young, they left home when they were like 15, 14, and when they started playing basketball, like a little bit far away from my hometown. I even when I was like 10. 8, 10, I was going there to just to be with them. They were like I was on the court like with their teammates. So that's how I first remember. Actually, my first memory is like us three going to the little court in a hometown, just playing, joking around. So that's my first moment that I remember about the basketball. And of course, when I was growing up, they stopped playing basketball. I was getting better, and they were just kind of being around me, helping me going through the stuff that they already went through.
Back to the All-Star weekend, Coach Malone is going to be coaching the other team, Team LeBron. You're going to be on Team Antetokounmpo. Coach says he's going to try and make your life miserable, man.
Yeah, I think we have a really good team. We have people all the way around the world, so I think we're gonna find a way. And yeah, I think the most important thing is to have fun there. I'm gonna make fun of Coach, 100%.
Yeah. Speaking of fun, I hear your teammates and some of your coaches tell me you got a great sense of humor. Tell us a joke. What's your favorite joke?
I really don't. I'm not. I mean, maybe I'm just funny because it's my accent or whatever. I don't know how to speak English, so it's something around that, I think. And
Okay.
maybe sometimes I tell the truth and they think I'm joking. So so it's kind of
Okay.
it's a twisted thing.
Yeah. Tonight, a pretty interesting matchup. Two of the best big men in the game, you and Joel Embiid. What are your thoughts about going against him tonight? Another elite center.
Um, I think he's probably the best big man in the league. Just the way how he's affecting the game, how he's dominant. So it's gonna be really hard. Yeah, I think it's gonna be interesting, just to see the maybe the how we're gonna play against each other. Maybe just how we're gonna adapt on each other. So I think it's gonna be really tough game, a really interesting game, and fun, of course.
You guys got anything else? Tom?
Doris, go
No,
ahead.
go
Nikola, and you can answer to Mark.
Mhm.
Who was the first person who called you or you called when you found out you were an all-star? The first person you wanted to share the news with, and you can answer to Mark.
Oh yeah, the guy who called me, it was Tim Conley. No, actually, it was my brother. I don't know, one or two. And in that moment, my kind of whole family knew already, except my parents. They're back home, so I first texted my parents back home.
About something else, passing.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us about your skill of passing. It's something that's really a big part of your game. How did you develop that skill? Where does that come from?
That's what I mean. On my first practice, I saw the kind of in our team in that time our bigs were kind of rollers and kind of I can say role players kind of
Mhm.
just like they were kind of they didn't have that much influence in the game. They were just setting screens and roll, you know. And I just tried to be different in some moment, and kind of passing was always around me, and always around my career, around my game. So I just kind of developed that from Serbia, because in Serbia, in Europe actually, there are a lot of like sharing the ball and passing during the game.